This is Sound from the Side, exclusively on Gorilla Access. This is your chance to get behind-the-scenes access to some of your favorite gorillas. Up next, we'll be talking with Avery Adair, 6'3", 230-pound sophomore from Raytown, Missouri. That's next on Sound from the Side.
Comfort Inn of Pittsburgh offers a cozy, welcoming room with free internet access. Enjoy the indoor pool area year-round and wake up to a complimentary breakfast every morning. When staying at the Comfort Inn, you can feel at ease knowing that your satisfaction is the most important thing to us.
Welcome back to Sound from the Side. BJ Harris along with you as we talk with Avery Adair, a 6'3", 230-pound sophomore from Raytown, Missouri, Raytown High School. Avery, thanks for taking time to talk with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's nice to be here.
Couple of big games last couple of weeks against SBU and against Lincoln. What do you think has been the key to being able to get off and some of your hard work paying off finally?
Yeah, I think that we've done a good job of game planning, us as a unit completely. The coaches have helped us out with the film and stuff, so getting really to break down the tackles and what their tendencies are and the guards and what their tendencies are and the D-line as a whole, we've just gotten a good pass rush off. Yeah,
3.5 sacks. That's a pretty good pass rush the last two games. How have you been able to get to the quarterback?
At Southwest Baptist, we had it was a little hard with the muddy field and stuff, but we came home this weekend and had a little dry turf. I think a lot of it is just working on my get-off, working on my weakness has been, not really turning my hips, so working on my hip mobility and stuff like that.
Are you the kind of guy that likes the mud? Do you like the mud or do you like the dry stuff?
I like the dry stuff. I'm they call me the diva of the D-line. I like the dry stuff, nice weather and all that.
I'm an old offensive lineman. All D linemen are divas as far as I'm concerned. But, one of the things, not necessarily a knock, but one of the things that kind of makes you stand out is a little bit undersized, weight-wise, definitely not height-wise. I guess what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I came out of high school at 195 pounds at the end. So, yeah, I was a speed guy and worked up to get my weight up. I'm at 230 now, and honestly, a lot of us are at 230. Joe Uzzle's at 230. Dallas is at 230. We have a lot of speed rushers, and then Gus is our big boy. So I think that I use it to my advantage. I play to it.
How is that? How do you think that could be an advantage a little bit from that position?
Yeah, I got long arms and my stride is long enough so I can get that initial burst, and I got speed, so I'm really just a speed rusher, and I got quick hands. We work on that all the time, is our hands and stuff, and I think each one of us has our own particular skill sets.
I know, obviously you guys go against the offensive line, Pitt State's offensive line in practice from time to time, and I know back when I played a little bit, there's that guy you don't necessarily want to go against, or the guy that maybe gives you the most trouble. On our offensive line, who is that?
I don't know if there's nobody I don't really want to go against. I like going against Cody Holland. That's a big guy to go against, and so it's about as big as you're going to get. Long arms, strong, and he can move. So that's who I like to go up against, just to give myself a good look of who I'm going to see week to week.
Defensive line, I think, was an aspect in the first couple of games that maybe got out of the gate a little slower than maybe you guys even wanted to. What led to the slow start, and then what do you think has been the biggest key to getting where you guys want to be?
I think that we just kind of psyched ourselves out coming into the season, all the pressure and all the rumors and all the expectations, and we were just trying to overthinking. And so coming in to the next couple of weeks, these last couple of weeks, we just kind of said, let's just play. Let's just play as hard as we can, as fast as we can. Let's go out there. Do your assignment, know your job, know the other team's tendencies, but really just don't think too much and just play hard.
You got an off week this week. That's got to be nice, at least 4 weeks into the season. But what are some of the things you guys are going to work at in this off week?
I think the off week is going to be good for us to get the rest, but a lot of it is getting the fundamentals. As far as D-line wise, low pads, popping, extension, stuff like that. It's a good time to just fine tune the little things.
You guys are 4 games in, 4-0, but those teams you guys play in those first 4 games are struggling a little bit. Only a couple of wins among those 4 teams. Do you feel like you guys have yet to be tested or yet to see the best of the MIAA, but do you feel like you know who you are at this point in the season?
I feel like we have a good sense of who we are now. I think when we came out the first 2 games, we didn't play as good as we wanted to, and so a lot of the times we were kind of challenging each other. Let's put together 4 quarters. Let's go out and dominate. Let's have a dominating win. And with the last 2 weeks, I think we got close to that. So I think we're starting to get to where we want to be, and as far as being tested, and I feel like we're the only team that can stop us anyways.
Just talking to you here, I could tell you're kind of a motor guy, a guy that can get up and also, well-spoken. It seems is something like being a team captain or being one of the leaders on this team. Is that something you aspire to be?
I don't know. I just try to fit in, coming in a young guy, and we had so much depth at D-line. I didn't know where my place was going to be, and Coach Helwig just said, stick with it, stick with the program. You'll never regret it. And now I'm kind of, falling into a bigger role. I'm kind of, some of the younger D-linemen look to me for advice on certain things, and I don't know what my role is. I just go out there and try to play. I just rush a passer.
Just you get after the quarterback. You're just a sophomore, but obviously working towards some goals academically. And what are your aspirations as far as school's concerned, and then the bigger picture after graduation?
During the summer, I have internships, and I do a lot. I try to work really hard in the classroom, trying to prove myself on and off the field. After school, I'd love to, get my master's. I have a redshirt year, so I know after my fourth year, I'll be able to start working on my master's, and that's something that the coaches push. They really allow you, where some schools, really want you to focus on football. They really allow you to, advance academically and on the field, of course.
All right, the last question here, Central Missouri coming up. They've been up and down at times. They've had the big win, obviously, already on the season. But what do you see of Central? I'm not sure if you had much time to take a look at them, but what do you expect out of the Mules?
We've looked a little bit at their linemen. They look like they can move fairly well. They have a big quarterback. They've been switching those quarterbacks back and forth. We have a big quarterback, but we know if we get pressure on him, he has a tendency to throw it blindly. So I think that's going to play right into our hands. If we can get some pressure on him and get him to throw it up, we got Jason Pete and Keeson Terry who've picked a couple off, and Nate Dryland, he's picked some off too. I think if we get some pressure on him early and get him to throw some, we can let the offense run it out.
Plus, it gets to be at home. Can't beat that.
Yeah, especially with these sellout crowds. We keep getting that going, and I think it's going to be pretty tough for anybody coming here.
All right, Avery, thanks for taking time to talk with us, and good luck.
Thank you.
6'3", sophomore defensive end Avery Adair joining us here on Sound from the Side. Make sure you check out our other interviews this week. We talk with senior setter from the volleyball team, Becca Pearson. We also talk with Devon Young from the cross-country team. All that and much, much more right here on Sound from the Side, exclusively on Gorilla Access.